everybody, Papa Mama here, and today I'm with Ray.
Hey!
Alright, so we're going to be trying some Thanksgiving type recipes in order to get ready for Thanksgiving, because this is our first vegan Thanksgiving. Yay! Alright, so the first thing we're going to have to do is, oh, I didn't say what we're making. We're making green bean casserole. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about me and green bean casserole. One thing, we did not have it growing up. It was not a part of our Thanksgiving. Two, I found out that most people do have it. I mean, the whole, family, we would get together, we would all make, it would be like a potluck Thanksgiving, and there was no green bean casserole. There was vegetable casserole, there was corn casserole, there was all kinds of stuff, but never green bean casserole. And the third thing is, I don't particularly like green beans. But today we're going to be making it because I know a lot of people like it, and hopefully I'll like it too, because if I like it, then you know it's good. Alright, would you like to add anything to this crazy mess that I've started?
I grew up with green bean casserole. Both of my grandmothers, they lived very far apart. One lived in Panama City, Florida. The other one lived in Northern Virginia. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the holidays, we would definitely with the green bean casserole. So it was always a part of the thing. And my grandma in Florida was much more, the can of cream mushroom soup, can of green beans, Funyuns. Is that the stuff?
No, it's...
What is it?
French
onions, yeah.
French
Once
onions.
you get, everything in a can, you put it together and you heat it up, and that worked. And then my grandparents in Virginia do much more homemade stuff. They use the frozen green beans, and then they make the other fixins that go in it. So it's a different flavor profile both ways. I enjoyed both. So I've always been a fan of green bean casserole, so I'm hoping to not mess this up so Deborah likes green bean casserole, so I can have green bean casserole again.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is roast some onions, because this is going to be our topping, and we're not going to buy the onions from the can. So I've got a sweet onion. I've got 2 sweet onions, and you're going to chop off the top, peel it, chop off the bottom, cut it in half like this, and then put it on, I've got a silicone baking sheet, and we're going to put that on there. So let me get this one ready.
Now I know we're trying to do this as oil-free as possible. Are we going to add anything to the roasting onions, or are we sticking them in there?
We are going to add something to it, a magical ingredient.
Oh, magical. So is that one of the ingredients we get now that we have vegan superpowers? We get the magical
ingredients, yes.
Awesome. See? Lots of benefits.
Alright, so we're going to take some coconut aminos and just kind of drizzle that on there.
Now that is magical.
Where they have smooth animation instead of yeah, like that.
And then, excuse me while I open this cabinet door, because we also need just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And I'm gonna kind of just, whoa, still too much. Ah, hope you like it.
Oh, I'm a fan of balsamic vinegar. It's not going to be a problem for me. This is going to be some tasty stuff right here.
Alright, wash my hands.
Okay. One thing I've noticed is we do so much cooking at home as opposed to anything at restaurants, definitely, and anything really pre-prepared except for, certain occasions, is it's really hard to mess food up when you start with really great, clean ingredients in the first place. So any of you out there, I'm sure a lot of vegan cooks out there can totally agree with what we're saying, but you know, anybody out here is kind of like, I've never been good in the kitchen before with the cooking and stuff like that. It's hard to go wrong when you have all fresh, great ingredients.
Next thing is we've got some pepper. I'm just gonna crack some pepper over these bad boys.
Nice.
Give them some extra flavor. Now, these are gonna go into the oven, which I've preheated to 350 degrees almost. It's almost there. And then they're gonna cook for 1 hour. So we'll see you then. So while we're waiting on Ray to get back, I got a couple of things. Got the new forks over knives, and I am so excited about this because it has some really awesome like fall recipes in it, but it has a recipe, and I know it's for fall, but I'm totally going to make this for Christmas morning because I love making cinnamon rolls on Christmas morning, and these are apple maple cinnamon rolls, so I'm really excited about that. And the other thing that I got is, this is just the craziest thing, like, you know how much I love Five Nights at Freddy's. Crayola Art with Edge has put out a Five Nights at Freddy's coloring book. And, you know, I'm not going to keep this to myself. I'm going to share it with the kids, but I'm just, that is just, it's amazing. And our onions are done. We're going to leave the oven on at 350. But look at those onions. Oh, they're going to be so good on top of this. It's not going to be fun cleaning this mat, but like I said, the vinegar got away from me, but these smell fantastic. They look fantastic, and I even taste a little bit, and they taste fantastic. Look who's here.
Hello.
That's right. Look at them.
They look good and they smell better. Wow.
Alright, so you're going to show us how to make some gravy.
Gravy.
So instead of like the cream of mushroom soup, we're going to be doing some mushroom gravy.
Yeah.
And Ray is master at making gravy.
I do try. Basically, and this is something we learned through trial and error on how to make a flour gravy, and we use tapioca flour. And one of the advantages of that is you don't have to use a lot because it absorbs so much moisture, it really thickens up fast. So this is going to be good. Now I need to add water because we are not using oil when we saute these. We are going to use water saute. So we just add a little water to the pan.
It's not a little. And it's about a quarter of an inch of water. Turn it on medium. We're going to go ahead and add our onions. So this is what?
That is one onion. One diced onion.
If you're gonna like water saute, you really need a non-stick pan. You don't have to, but it does help a lot with cleanup and with just, you know, keeping this done. So on medium, you're gonna let it sit for about 2 minutes, stir it, 2 minutes, stir it, until the water is gone. You're going to stir it every 2 minutes, and then once the water is gone, you're going to stir every 1 minute until your onions have browned to the point that you like them. Because if you don't stir it that often, they really do stick, and it's gross. Okay. We're going to add some Better Than Bouillon, seasoned vegetable base, certified vegan. You see that?
Half a teaspoon?
About half a teaspoon to these onions to give them an extra flavor.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Another nice thing about the water saute is it's not diluting anything. There we go. 1 2 minute period down. To use the water because the water is all going to boil off. So once it evaporates off, all the nice flavor will work.
Okay, so the water has evaporated on the onions, so we're going to add some more water and add our mushrooms in.
Alright, you may just take this over there?
That's fine.
Right, here it is.
That's plenty. Alright, so this is one package of mushrooms that we've just...
And these are baby
sliced up.
bellas,
Yes.
but you can use whatever kind
Yeah,
you
you
like.
can use button, whatever you want to. We just like
Look at the bellas.
the bellas. And so we're going to be doing the same thing with these that we did with the onions. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes until the water's gone. And then 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. And the reason that we added the water is because the water was all gone, and it was a time where if we were just doing onions, it would have gone to the 1 minute. But because we're adding the mushrooms in, we need a little extra liquid. I don't like doing the mushrooms and the onions at the same time because the onions don't get caramelized quite the way I like them. So we're good. See you when it's done.
Alright. We have mushrooms, we have onions, we do not have liquid, we are ready to go. So, got tapioca flour. There we go, get a look there. That's what we got going on. Nice. And again, no oil was harmed in the making of these vegetables. Most of this is by eye and practice, and I'm actually going to be making a good bit of this because we're recreating an entire can of soup using this. So start by adding a little bit of tapioca flour in. I'm going to start mixing that up and letting it absorb the moisture that's still in here. It starts getting, wow, and the smell is unbelievable. It's so good.
Want to go outside?
Now we'll start adding unsweetened almond milk. It's the classic milk and flour gravy recipe.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, our camera cut out, so I'm not sure what we've missed. But we've started adding some vegan protein broth to this because this is delicious and will add a lot of good flavor to it. Flavor is good, but I do think it needs some salt.
Well, alright, let's add some salt.
I have no idea where my salt is anymore.
We got a salt over there, we got
Oh.
salt right there.
Here we go. Alright, let's start with about half a teaspoon.
Okay. I notice that's the first salt we've added in this recipe.
Well, that's not in the other stuff that we've added.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so now we need our actual casserole ingredients.
Step 1, obtain a casserole dish. We got a nice
Right.
fall themed one.
I got this for Christmas one year, I think, and I just absolutely love it. I hate to do this, but it does need a little oil.
Well, a little bit's okay.
I have taken some 2 packages of frozen green beans and thawed them and drained them. just gonna make sure that they're kind of even in the dish. Alright. A green bean. Okay.
Are we ready?
Ready.
All right. Will you move the open bone? Yeah, the open.
It's
vegan.
not bone broth.
Move it.
Now, do you want to add some more broth?
I think that might be a good idea. You might want to go ahead and just add some more broth.
And now we are going to put this in the oven for 20 minutes. So,
Here we go.
and like I said, we just left this oven on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, we'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay, we have added our roasted onion rings to the top of this. And we're going to add a little nutritional yeast.
Yes.
Yes. This will give it a cheesy flavor.
Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of people who enjoy having cheese on top of their green bean casserole or mixed in with it. And while you could do that, there's like a lot of great vegan cheeses, like Daya is our favorite. It's also on the pricey side, and it's just adding more oil to the party. So a little bit of nutritional yeast takes care of everything.
And then we're going to put it back in the 350 degree oven for 5 minutes.
Should we serve it?
Yeah.
Okay. Liddy, will you pass me your bowl?
What are we here for?
I thought we were here just to look at it and admire its prettiness.
No,
See that
thank
one
you.
green bean over there? It's a little bit burnt. Just your green bean. Don't.
Flake that everywhere.
Might want to try the shorter green beans next time.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Gotcha.
We use the long green beans and
Yeah.
I don't want to scoop
Can
up
I
too
drink?
big.
Green looking beans.
Here
Yeah,
we
green
go. Gotta
looking
get skip that.
Is it green
Give
looking
us
or
some
green tasting?
Roasted.
I don't know if it tastes like green. Does green taste very healthy?
Yes.
Green tastes very healthy.
This coconut milk or almond milk?
It is.
It's almond milk and that's the
Protein broth.
protein broth with soy milk.
Ooh.
Mm. There we go. Alright, let's give this a try.
It's definitely very soupy. It didn't thicken anymore. I thought it would thicken more.
Yeah.
I would definitely use the shorter beans.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like a green bean.
But does it taste like green bean casserole?
I think it would if the gravy sauce was sticking to the beans a little more.
Yeah, so maybe some more tapioca flour.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
It's tastes like a green bean. Tastes like a green bean and milk.
Why do you have green beans on the table, Alexander?
Now, why don't you pull your bowl closer to you?
Tastes like a green bean.
Would you guys eat this at Thanksgiving?
Yes. Maybe.
Mm.
Would you? Probably not.
I might. Maybe if the gravy was a little more gravy-like. I'll eat
Yeah.
it for them.
Okay.
I'd eat it.
I really love those balsamic roasted
Mm-hmm.
onion rings on the top. Those were super delicious.
I think also if it sat and went straight out of the oven,
Right.
it would thicken up because it's thickening up in my bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As the more I ate it, I noticed it got paper. Mine's still the same thickness. Oopie.
So with a few modifications, this is definitely a keeper.
Definitely. I like that. I reserve it.
Awesome. Yay.
Alright guys, we're going to be going now. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and tell us what you're having for Thanksgiving and if it's vegan.
Right. And we hope we inspired you to experiment with old family favorites and making them all modern and vegan.
And we'll see you hopefully next week with another vegan adaptation of some of our favorite Thanksgiving meals.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Sweet potato casserole. I have a suggestion.
What?
Stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way we can make mashed potatoes? Wait.
What?
Did you change your vote to mashed potatoes?
No.
No.
Better.
What?
So, you know how there's smoked tofu
Mm-hmm.
and how we could possibly make it? And it would taste like ham?
I don't know how to make it. I just know that Rose buys it and we don't have any anywhere near us.
Does Whole Foods have it?
I don't know. That'd be a trip to Montgomery.
Yeah, that's the closest one. Closest Whole Foods is like 45 miles away, so.
But yeah, imagine if we took the ham tofu and put the stuffing in it. Put stuffing in it.
Who wants to stuff the smoky tofu? I want to stuff the smoky tofu in my face.
Alright. For real this time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
You want to show it?
This is a canister of tapioca flour we have.
The mushrooms and onions.
Oh, the mushrooms and onions? Well, they don't want to look at the tapioca flour?
No.
Oh, okay.